setting Washington's agenda. The Morning Majority, 5 to 9 on 630 WMAL.
7:37 on WMAL. Brian Neiman, Mary Catherine Ham, Brian Wilson, Jake Tapper's on the phone, senior White House correspondent for ABC News. A lot of good television on last night, especially at 8 o'clock. It was a difficult choice. You had Monday Night Football,
Dun, 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 dun.
Tom Brady versus the Dolphins. You had the tennis match still going on.
And the O'Reilly factor.
Oh, the O'Reilly factor.
With Mary Catherine Ham making an appearance last night.
Was on the factor last night, and then there was that debate on CNN. So did you have a tough choice, Jake, or did you just have to say, I'm going to go with SpongeBob SquarePants and ruin my kids' brain for the rest of their lives?
No, I watched the debate. It's my job.
It's your job.
Well, you're a dedicated journalist, and we appreciate that.
I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was a good.
It was a pretty good.
It was a pretty good debate. I'll have to give CNN some props on that.
The reason why I liked it was because there was actually a chance for the candidates to actually debate each other, which is always enjoyable to watch, I think.
Yeah, no, I like it when they interact, and I thought they did a good job. I've enjoyed a bunch of these debates. I think it's very live. And you really have. I mean, I think one of the reasons is that there are some significant differences among the candidates. Quite often, you'll have a bunch of Republicans or a bunch of Democrats with really not that many differences between them. As you said, they're arguing about little, one vote here or one vote there. But here you really do have Republicans across the gamut. There are no liberal Republicans on that stage, but among the conservative Republicans, a lot of different views.
Do you think that Rick Perry adequately addressed the Social Security issue of saying that it's a Ponzi scheme before, kind of walking it back in his editorial with the USA Today, and last night not bringing up the Ponzi scheme and essentially saying he's not going to get rid of it?
I don't think his position is going to be harmful for him in the short term when he's trying to build support among the base, but I do, in fact, it could help him in some ways, because there are a lot of voters who think that there needs to be a serious conversation about entitlement reform. But I don't think he resolved the issue, and in fact, I think he had. I don't want to say he had a rough night, but I think there were probably a lot of Republicans who liked him at the beginning of the night, who at the end of the debate, conservative Republicans, may have had more concerns about him, learning things about him that they did not know in terms of his position, not only on Social Security, but on immigration and other issues.
Jake, the president came out and gave a little speech in the Rose Garden yesterday, presented the bill that he asked Congress to pass on Thursday. I thought it would have been nice if he had held up the bill on Thursday. That would have made more sense to me. But he says it's paid for. Real nuts and boltsy. Under what standard of Washington math is this particular bill paid for? It's always a different philosophy of how things are paid for around here. How does he game this one out?
Well, I mean, it's paid for in the sense that he is proposing for a way to pay for it.
And is it something? How do those things end up passing? Do they have to go through the super committee, or do they have to go through the Congress? The pay-fors.
Well, he is the way that the way the bill is written. He is basically saying that the super committee can come up with the way to pay for the bill, the way to offset the $447 billion in funding, in spending or tax cuts, the revenue lost. The super committee can do it, but if they don't, then these tax increases. The familiar ones to anybody who's been paying attention in the last few years that President Obama has been pushing, limiting deductions for taxes for people who make more than $200,000 a year, and for oil and gas subsidies and the corporate tax loophole, and there's another one I'm forgetting it right now, but it's ones that he's been pushing for a while. The hedge funds, increasing taxes for hedge fund managers. Those would go into effect. So, I mean, I don't know how you define it's paid for, but he is proposing a way to pay for it, and he's also proposing a way for the super committee to for Congress to come up with a different way if they don't approve of it.
And is that over a 10-year window? Is that what he's using? Or what's the time period?
I believe so. You know, we didn't get a copy of the bill until the afternoon.
Right.
Really? How about that? Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I was working my script. I believe it is.
I think it's 10 years.
No, I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over 10 years.
Okay.
I think it might be over like 2 years. But
Okay.
I'll get back to you on that. I was not told there was going to be any math on this.
Yeah, I apologize.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I sprung it on you.
Yeah, people who work for a living writing words often struggle with the math. I know I always did. Hey, Jake, let me ask you this. So let's bottom line this thing. I mean, you know, the president lays down his proposal, and it is met with a stifling yawn by Republicans over in the House. I mean, bottom line, there may be a few little things here and there that could be cherry-picked that everybody can agree to, and they could probably pass. And but the real crux of the president's bill is going to be a struggle on Capitol Hill, isn't it? I mean, they may even be dead on arrival.
Well, I mean, House Republicans are saying that the funding mechanisms he is suggesting, the tax increases, are a non-starter. I don't know that the bill is dead on arrival because I have not heard serious criticism of the content of the bill, the actual payroll tax increases and the infrastructure spending. I guess people say we don't want anything at all. I'm waiting to hear a significant. I still have not seen a big opposition to the bill from the Republicans in Congress. I've heard some Republican presidential candidates.
All right, Jake, you got a bad phone connection. We'll let you go. We'll talk to you again next week. Thanks for coming on, as always. Appreciate it.
Always good to hear from you.